Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It is episode 14 of Anime Hot Takes, and today we are covering Berserk. Yeah, we're going to be going over the Memorial Edition and regular Berserk. If you haven't watched this show, I think it originally came out in 1997, and then there's been a bunch of kind of remakes, attempts at making it, and then it's about a guy who has a giant sword, and his girl gets, how do I say this politely, dominated by his best friend.
Okay, dude, that is the worst. If somebody has not watched this show, that is the worst. You should have read a fucking thing or something, bro.
Oh my
Gosh,
bro.
damn, dude. Holy.
All right, my fault. Okay.
I could have maybe thought of like 10 ways to rephrase that was not dominate.
Okay, well, on to the ratings. It's got a 4.8 rating.
You could have just said he got betrayed by his best friend in the worst possible way. That's all you needed to say, I think.
Yeah.
Nah, that wouldn't have had the impact we were looking for. Okay.
Yeah. Sexually misused. Yeah,
no, that's worse. That's worse.
No, it's better than dominated.
It's better than dominated. Dominated is crazy, bro. Dominated is absolutely insane. No, dominated is like, I don't even know, nigga. Like, that's like the worst thing like you could have possibly said.
You could have actually just hit us with the actual word.
And it would have been better.
Less dramatic than dominated.
Okay. All right. It's got a 4.8 on Crunchyroll. At least
sorry.
The Memorial Edition has a 4.8, so the prequel has a 4.8.
Okay.
And the actual show has a 4. Both out about 35,000 people ranked it. Oh, dude, my stomach hurts.
Also, when we're talking about the actual show, just to give the number, we're talking about the 2016, because I think a lot of people would call the actual show the 1997,
Yes.
which none of us. I have watched like a little bit of it, but I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
But as far as content, most of the content is like literally the exact. I will say there's like continuity and stuff from what I did see of the 1997. Both the Memorial, like the prequels, and the 2016 are pretty much like identical content-wise.
It covers it.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. Man. All right. So we'll give our own ratings. Brent, you wanna start us off?
Yeah, well, I'm going to start us off, but first I want to start by welcoming back Jamal to this because,
Oh yeah.
it was really cool that he could jump on for this. And, so,
Sorry.
yeah, nice job. You're a friend, right?
Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate y'all bringing me back on. Death Note Hot Takes was super awesome. Hold on, I have somebody yelling in the background.
Never mind. I can't say that.
No, do it. Yo, come on. Bro,
you're not about
that was outrageous, bro.
That one.
I didn't say it. You know what I was gonna say,
Yes,
but I
bro.
didn't say it. Bro, you started this shit, all right?
Y'all.
Yes, you with the black starfish at the beginning of this before we even started recording.
Okay.
All right, bro. Anyway, it's good to be
Before I
back.
sidestep that, hang on. Let's get into the rating before Kyle exposes all of our freaking off-talk camera stuff. So, I really shut up. Anyways, I really did enjoy this show. Minus the 2016 like continuation, I did not like as much as I liked the prequel. So I would give this show an 8 from me because the prequel is a 10 for me. That is an amazing prequel and horrific prequel at the same time. But shut up. But anyways, in that it's just the continuation and that with the 2 seasons that kind of killed it and took it down to an 8 for me.
Bro, I feel like the 2016 gets too much hate.
It's not bad,
And
but
who's next?
I have reasons why it's lesser than the prequels for me.
I don't think
Right.
there's enough hate.
Oh, it's going to be one of these days.
All right, why? So what would you rank it then if you think the 2016
I mean,
is okay?
Okay, I mean, Brent didn't rate it that low. I mean, 8 is still pretty good. So I'd probably would give it like I think I'd give it like an 8.3.
I knew it! I was going to say that. I was going to guess it because of how what you said on the, Brent didn't rank it that low. You were pulling the same crap that Blake did on the last Hot Takes.
Well, no, I think the reason why I give it an 8.3 is just because they didn't finish it. Like I understand why they didn't finish it because yes, the show like the 2016 did get so much hate when it was coming out that I think they just essentially stopped production on it. Also,
No,
I think
the manga's
there could
not
have been
done.
the manga not being done and the creator of the manga dying did not help any of that. Also.
Yeah, it's hard to finish
See, I
a
don't know
show.
all this lore.
It's hard to finish a show.
But I think I think the manga does go past
Not by
No,
much. We
where the
looked it
show.
up.
Not
It
by much.
really
Me and
doesn't.
Brent
really?
researched.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like one book.
you
There's like one or two
sure?
books after, and it's because, we researched it a minute ago, but it's
I know
because
there's
they
like
come
a
out.
friend or something.
They come out with like a couple chapters a year.
Yeah, there's like a
His
friend
apprentice.
or like a protege of
His-
his or something.
Yes, his apprentice.
Yeah, apprentice or whatever that is like continuing it. But yeah, he writes like one chapter a fucking millennia or something,
Yeah.
which is tragic because this show has one of the coolest stories I think I've ever seen. Like I do love the concept and the story of Berserk. The whole world is pretty cool.
All right. Let me give my
yeah,
rating.
Blake,
Oh,
get the
God.
rating, and then Jamal's gonna make us sad. I think.
I think
sounds
Blake's
like.
is going to in that. I'm getting my rage button ready.
Okay. So, I think there's a general consensus. The prequel was very good. The 2016, the opposite. It was aight. So I would probably, I don't know. Yeah, mine's gonna be pretty low. It's probably gonna be like a 6.9 overall.
Of course, you
'Cause
would
I
give it a
would-
69 for this show.
Because the prequel is the prequel's like a 9, and then the show is like a 7. Somehow that show's like a 6.
What
honestly.
the fuck?
The show's like a 6.
What type
I don't
of math
think.
is that? And
No,
then you
it's-
just put 6 and 9 together, and you're like, all right, 6.9.
Well, okay. There's 24 episodes at the 6. There's 24 episodes at the 6, and there's only 13 episodes at the 9. So whatever. We yes, it's a 6.9.
I see. There's a breakdown.
Yeah, I just came up with that on the fly. So, like I said, pretty low, but almost a 7. What do you think, Jamal? Let's get yours because you don't sound like you enjoyed your time.
Okay, so
also, Jamal,
I
I guess
uh-huh.
preface to.
yeah,
I
that's
guess,
what I'm about
like,
to do.
what you-
So
what
let
you
me
watched.
preface what I watched, what I didn't watch. So I believe I made it halfway through season 2 of not the prequel, but the second half, and I accidentally watched an episode of the prequel, and at watching it accidentally, I was like, "Holy fuck, this looks like amazing!" Like this looks but I was like, "This doesn't look right though. This isn't," because I was on episode 2 of the sequel, and I was instead watching episode 2 of the Memorial Edition, and I was like, "Oh wait, that's not right. I got to go back and watch the fucking sequel." Because I got really confused on what I was supposed to watch for this hot take. But to basically sum everything up, that sequel looked good, and I felt like everything was had a lot of conviction behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like the sequel lacked that same sort of conviction. And so therefore, I'm gonna have to give it a 3. I know that the comments are.
He's just talking about this. He's just talking about the sequel, though. Yeah. I mean, okay. Listen. I will say I think Jamal's opinion is shared by many people. Really did not like the 2016. The one they hated the biggest gripe I've seen about it is essentially the animation, right? The CGI animation. That's
I don't know.
2016.
So the CGI was, because I mean, even the sequel was CGI, or prequel was CGI, and that was great. To me, it was that ratchet ass shading and the sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
The shading was
horrendous.
really good on the sequel at nighttime. That's where that shading works.
It wasn't. It wasn't. It was never cool ever. It was never cool, not once. Okay.
Bro,
Nigga, when I tell you, I was watching. So keep in mind, I'm watching the pirated version, bro. The first time this nigga clanked his sword, I was like, oh my god! I was like, did they add that shit into the pirated? Are these the actual sound effects for the show? And then I started reading, and yes, it is, bro.
It's so terrible.
Oh my god! I don't know who did the sound design. Like I don't know.
Really? I mean, it's not
really,
bad.
Kyle.
It's
terrible.
No, it
It's
is,
not
Kyle.
that bad, bro.
It's fucking horrible. It was like it literally was so jarring. I was like, hold on, did I like turn on the right version of this show? I was like, maybe I need to go on Crunchyroll. That's what I get for not having a subscription. And so, but no, they're just that bad. I remember having to turn down. I remember having to turn down my volume for some of the sound effects portions. Whenever, what is his name? Whenever Guts would pop up on screen, I'd be like, all right, let me go ahead and turn my volume down. About to fucking fight.
Yeah, those sound effects were so. Yeah, they were bad. It sounded like someone was clanking two pans together. It was not a sword. I tell you that for free. And then. Like I said, that hat, like that shading, looked like a new art student that was practicing like cross hatching or something. It wasn't even cross hatching.
No, it wasn't.
It was just lines. It was just lines.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. This is what it was.
So,
This is
I
some
don't
bullshit.
understand. Like the clanking sound of Guts' sword does not bother me at
does not
all.
bother me.
It
It
makes
was
it
so
makes
terrible.
sense.
Crazy,
The
bro.
size of his
Nigga, that
sword,
shit caught
you
me so
can't
off
use
guard.
a normal sword sound. It's too like
Right.
they did it fine in the prequel.
Dude, the
It's the
sword he
same
has in
goddamn
this
sound
is-
effect.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
There's no way it is. I
It's
would have
not.
noticed
No,
it.
it's
I swear
not.
to
You
God,
watched
I watched
maybe
that
5 minutes of the prequel and don't come at
I
me
watched-
and say
hey,
I would have noticed.
I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole thing.
I don't value
It was not
your
that.
ears, Blake.
Dude,
I'm just saying.
the thing is,
that
it's
sword.
like they. Go
Uh-huh.
ahead, Joel.
I was gonna say that sword sound was so memorable. Every time it came on screen, I noticed it, but I didn't notice it in the prequel. Just saying.
Because it wasn't there. It was a regular sword
Yeah, I
with a
know.
little more swoosh. It had a little, you know,
Right.
to show
Yeah,
the
it should be
girth
like-
and
it should have
tonnage.
some
They've had
thwip.
similar. The sword that Gut sound effects make is similar sound effects to like Fate Apocrypha like sword clashing. It's not that much different.
No,
from
there's
that.
still
So that's
no.
why-
Even in Fate, there's a metal ting at the end when they hit. It is not
This
a.
shit
when they
just straight
hit metal, when they
clanking,
hit other
bro.
metal, but
Yeah,
it's not
this
gonna
is
make
straight-
that noise if you're just going through bone.
Yeah, that's a.
It doesn't make that sound that he made. I tell you that for free. It
It
in no
sound like
scenario.
somebody-
That's such a. That's
In
such
no
a
scenario-
weird
Big-ass
gripe to
pot off the
have,
Eiffel
bro.
Tower.
Yeah, it's not like he was hitting him with a
Y'all
Coke can, not a fucking. That thing, I don't know. That was yes. The sound
That's
was
such a
terrible.
weird thing to get hung up on,
Yeah,
bro. That's such a
I
weird thing to get hung
never
up on.
heard
Because
anyone
it takes you.
complain
It's
about
not a
that.
weird thing to get hung up on because every time I'm watching the show, it takes me out of the show. It's like it takes me out the moment. My immersion is ruined
Yeah,
every time that shit comes on.
It's
bro.
like, especially because like they make, you know, Guts does have some very cool moments, and then it'd be this equivalent of them hitting it with like a squeaky toy. You know, it doesn't sound right. There's something wrong
It is
here.
not the same.
it
That
is
is
not
not
the
the
same.
same, bro. That's
You're-
not the same at
Y'all-
all.
I'm saying it
No,
breaks
they may
the
as well use
immersion
toilet
the
water
same.
sound effects.
it's the same. Like it breaks that immersion to where it's like that doesn't sound right. That sounds goofy as hell.
No.
Mm-hmm.
y'all
I mean,
nuts.
sure.
Yeah,
man,
we can agree to
sure.
disagree on this.
Yes,
but
I agree to disagree because, I mean, that I've never heard anyone ever complain about the sword sound effect.
what?
Talking about
That's
this
crazy
shit.
because I read about it all on Reddit because that's when I realized it wasn't just my pirated version.
Yeah.
I was
So-
like, oh, this is just in the show.
How could you not complain about the sword sound effect?
Because to
That-
me, it
God.
makes sense.
It doesn't.
It's a
I
the
mean,
way that they
I see
forged
what
it
they
in the
tried
made
to
it
do.
cooler. Could they have made it cooler? I mean, yeah, I would agree with that. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it wasn't like so bad that it like broke my immersion. Like
It was bad, dude. It was very
to
bad.
me,
it was.
it was justifiable sound because
Blake got an
of
ear
how
for
they
sound
made,
effects.
Because of how
Thank
they made
you.
the
Thank
sword
you.
and that.
See, Brent?
Yep.
Yeah,
See, Brent, you should trust my ears. I got an ear for sound effects, okay?
Listen, the only thing I trust with you is your sense of smell, and that with that toucan Sam nose of yours. Your
Which,
ears,
funny
I don't
enough,
trust.
Damn, god damn.
Funny enough, that's my weakest sense, okay? This thing is just for show. It doesn't do anything. It's an ornament, okay?
Damn, he said it don't even help.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
It really doesn't.
That an
can't-
ornament
it's
is
broken.
crazy.
I can't spell for shit. Okay. Now, let's see. So, yes, sound effects,
Yeah.
trash. Shading, trash.
Is that your first hot take?
I think that's our shared hot take. Yes, that is the
Yeah.
first hot take. The
I don't even
shading.
think that should be a hot take. That's like that's a lukewarm ass take. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a very reasonable position to hold.
You see, I'm gonna have to disagree. There's a lot of spice on that for me. I don't know what you talking about. Ain't no fucking mild there.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Alright.
okay. Something I want to hear from Jamal real quick is why did you stop halfway through the second season? What was the reason you stopped? No way, it was the sound effects.
No, it's not the sound effects. All right, so here's my first hot take, bro. The only good thing about Berserk is the season 1 soundtrack or opening soundtrack.
Goatsen, Gutsen. That one?
No, you're talking about the opening or the
Not-
you're
the
talking about
opening.
opening?
Sorry,
Oh,
not
okay.
the
What?
yeah.
The opening.
Yeah,
The
sorry.
only good thing is the season 1 opening.
You heard it here first. The only good thing about that Berserk is the season 1 opener. I really enjoyed it, and we can get into the reasons why this show is just.
Yeah.
It's just not good, bro. It's just not. It's just,
What do you
top
mean,
to top to
bruh?
bottom? This show is so horrible. It's crazy because like
What?
I won't say
Nah,
top to bottom because what's crazy is the foundation. I felt like of the show, the actual whole plot had such potential.
It does.
And I feel like it didn't explore enough, for one, themes for me, and then two, so many of the characters are so fucking unlikable. Like so
Yes.
many of
Oh,
like,
yeah,
oh
I'll
my
agree with
god. And-
That
Well,
I need to pull up the character list because I'm already forgetting these irrelevant fuckers' names. Hold on.
no, yeah. All
I
I'm
know.
saying is I
Yeah,
have
I
a
know.
most
Yeah,
hated character, and I want to bring this bitch up since we're on the topic. That blonde-haired, the blonde-haired girl that was with Luca, that bitch
Oh,
needs to go
oh
somewhere.
my god. Bro,
one that-
I went every time she was about to die, I was like, please just kill her, please.
Yeah, please. I'm begging.
Oh, the one that was like that got captured in the fucking
captured with Casca.
yeah,
Captured with
yes,
Casca,
I agree.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
is,
that
forgot
Her
girl.
name is
how much about her. Like,
Bro, what's her fucking name, bro? I'm so close to it. Oh my god.
Pause.
Fuck. I'm so mad I can't remember. It's called,
Yeah, no, that
It's
that
like- it's
girl.
like
Oh, Lena. It's definitely L.
Oh, that's close.
or no,
It's
Nina.
close.
Nina.
Nina. Yes, there you go.
Yeah, that girl. Oh my gosh, when she killed the one guy, and then on top of it, dude, she was. I hated that character so much.
yeah.
About just as
Yeah,
much
she-
as the other blonde-haired character. The
Oh my god.
the captain lady.
The
When they
Holy
did the
Knight,
when they did the flashback
Okay,
of that,
she
I
was a
wanted to
freak, bro.
find a deep body of water and just forget how to swim. Okay, I want to drown myself.
Man, on God, bro. Like she was equally as annoying. I don't know why they decided to make all the blonde characters just fucking dumb as hell and annoying as fuck. Every time they spent any sort of second on the screen, it was just like so. It felt like it was a waste of my time, bro.
Yeah, especially when they hit us with the flashback that nobody asked for about that Vernese girl. Oh my God.
Nobody asked for your backstory, bro. Like
Nobody
oh my
cared
God.
about your backstory. I skipped it. It this time watching. I said, no,
It's
no,
like-
no, no.
Why would they show her backstory so late? Because it's like I know that they're trying to explain like, oh, this is the reason why she is the way she is, but I feel like you can already assume that based off of the whole fucking Holy Knights sort of organization that why she would be the way that she is, and it felt like a huge waste of time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me give you my little bit of take on what you guys are saying, because, and the reason why I say this is because when I first watched Berserk, which was actually quite a few years ago, I actually only watched the 2016 one because I didn't even know the other ones exist. The prequels existed at the time.
Uh-huh.
So I watched it and I actually liked it. Like I thought it was good. I didn't have any problems with it. Now, what it did do is it
sorry.
High
did
when you
leave
was
me
watching?
like empty, or like that I got like I felt like I was missing
Left
something.
him empty inside,
No,
a hollow
yeah.
shell of what he
Well, no,
was.
I just felt like I was like kind of like missing stuff. Like I felt like I was like not on what, like the reason why he was so mad at Griffith. And they kind of showed like some flashbacks, and you're like, okay, maybe you kind of got it, but you didn't actually like know like what actually happened. So
Well,
trying to
that's-
piece together with like some of the small context clues. So I will say, if you just watched the 2016, I could see why you're like, for one, like a lot of
No,
the characters,
but-
you really don't care about them. But then if you go back and watch the prequels and then you watch that,
It still is
really
trash.
The only character, no, really the only,
It
it's
is
really the
still
only
trash.
character you're there to watch, in my opinion. The only reason why I watch the 2016 is just for Guts.
Yeah, that's the
all you're
only
watching
reason
it
why. Yeah, that's the thing. It's
Yeah,
like he's the
and-
only
but I
relevant
also don't-
character.
I also don't mind Puck.
Okay.
And I also
No,
don't
Puck-
mind
Yes, Puck
the
and the
other
redhead
characters.
kid
Puck
are
and the redhead
hilarious.
kid are hilarious.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
actually,
Brent,
go
shut
ahead,
your-
Brent. Go ahead, pop off.
No, don't pop
No,
off. Because
shut
I'm about to
up.
pop
No,
off.
no, no.
Puck was actually annoying as fuck. That was one of the most
Shut
annoying
up,
characters.
bro.
Brent,
Puck
Brent,
is
I'm
so
pretty
right,
sure-
and then the-
No,
But
Brent,
not
I'm pretty
Puck.
sure you saw yourself in Puck, and that's why you
Damn.
thought he was annoying. Okay,
Damn.
my fault. I'm gonna go grab a beer.
Yeah,
Okay.
you go grab it beyond that.
Well, Brent, I kind of agree with that though. I feel like when Puck first got introduced in the first episode, I didn't really like him. I don't think he kind of grew on me, a little bit, but I was just kind of taken aback as to why he was the only fairy in the show at this point up until season 2. I'm sure that there's maybe some sort of backstory that explains why he's the only fairy, or why there aren't that many around.
Yeah, they
Well, and
explained
I
in
will-
season 2 a little bit more in that, because
Well, and I will
fairies
say-
left and went to the homeland.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
once the like the Inquisition religion started, basically it pushed them all out.
Pretty much.
But well, and they do. The fairy isn't like out of the norm, I guess, or out of the realm of possibilities. If you watched the prequel, because the one guy has
They show
fairy
Puck.
dust.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And they show Puck in the
Yeah,
prequel.
they show Puck.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. He's imprisoned in a caravan. They show him
They
multiple
even
times.
talked about
No, they
that
don't.
in the actual show.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
And the-
No, they don't. No,
Yes,
they
they-
don't. No, they don't.
Oh, yes, they do.
They talk about fairy dust.
They show Puck
In a cage.
No, they don't.
in a cage. Yes, thank you,
With
Brent.
the caravan.
Don't-
As they
No,
were going
they
into
don't.
the city. And that's
Bro,
where Puck
yes,
sees
Bro,
Guts
watch
for
the
the
raw
first
version.
time.
You.
I'm looking it up right now. Do they show Puck in the
He's right here. He's right here.
prequel?
I'm pulling it up.
No. I'm looking up
This
what
is
Google
him.
said.
They show him Bing Chilling. I have a Google search.
Oh, okay. Yes, I remember that now. He just doesn't have the blue hair. Okay, my fault.
What?
That's on me.
His hair is blue.
Oh my god.
Am I colorblind? That looks white. Does that not look white?
It's blue.
That is white.
This
That's
right here is blue.
You gotta look at the dark part.
No, you don't. That's all right. Whatever. Sure. Okay. Anyhow, yes.
That looks white to you, bro? Are you?
Wait.
Okay, sorry.
Wait. Are
Oh,
you?
wait, it kind of. I see it in this picture. I
That's
see how you can get
white.
there.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the in the show. I'm talking about in the prequel. That's white. That
Okay, I
ain't
see.
blue. Y'all are gaslighting. You're a supreme gaslighter.
No,
Okay,
I'm
you should
not
work at a
gaslighting.
gas
That is-
station
I
because
think
you're
you can see-
gaslighting.
you can see-
Okay.
No.
Don't be trying to come at us because your dumbass didn't remember he was in the prequel.
Well, to be fair, okay, I will say, in general, this time watching Berserk, the first time was This time, it was extraordinarily hard to get through.
Exactly. I agree. That's why I couldn't finish it. I literally couldn't finish it. I couldn't even. Watching it felt like a chore.
Same. Yeah. I feel.
Yeah, it was like, holy fuck.
It needs a
It's just-
brotherhood.
I feel like this leads to my next hot take too, as to why it was like not hella watchable. Because I feel like a lot of the shows that are inherently just good, you want to keep watching. I had no motivation to keep watching this shit. My next hot take, I think damn near. Well, I haven't gotten obviously all the way to the end. I think that damn near all of Guts' fights are just ass.
Yeah, you didn't,
Like all the beginning ones.
you didn't get to the end.
It's just like you never really feel like he's facing any challenges, bro. It feels like he's just I mean, it could be just because
sick,
Okay, so to be
Get
fair,
to the
That's
end-
like-
get to the end of the show because that changed in season 2. a
also,
lot.
I will say
it's
that
like, whoa, here, oh wow, he's mowing down 500 billion niggas with his sword again. Wow, this is so fucking interesting.
so I will say though, if you watch the prequel, I hate to be that guy, but if you watch the prequel, it makes that part of it kind of cool because Guts, like, he did struggle, especially against Griffith and some of these other fights in the prequel.
Yeah, I
Okay.
remember he struggled against the beast-looking man. Well, who was that?
Oh yeah,
That's what I.
yeah.
Zod, yeah. I
And then
remember
so,
that.
but it's cool though. Like you see the 2 years, and then Guts is like this force to be reckoned with, And they kind of had to power scale him up like that, if the show were to continue, because he
Griffith,
has to
yeah.
eventually take on Griffith, which would have absolutely dookied on him if they didn't kind of make him like stronger. So that part makes a little bit of sense having watched the prequel, but.
Well, he's also been fighting inhuman monsters for the past 2 years.
And he also
I know.
survived the eclipse in that. Like, let's be real.
All
Like, he
things
survived
Jamal
the-
did not see. That's why it doesn't make sense.
No. He saw like bits and pieces.
Yeah,
of it.
but
I
you
mean,
didn't
he
see.
he didn't see the full eclipse.
You didn't
but-
see.
No,
Yeah,
you-
I didn't see it.
There's a big
Yeah, and
difference
all
in the
those
little
fl-
clips and the actual thing.
Yeah, and watching those like 1 second flashbacks, you would not have gotten the
that's-
understanding that why you don't even know why Guts is missing his arm or his eye. All these things, like they show all that in the prequel. Like he
Yeah.
literally cuts his own
But I feel
arm
like-
off and stuff.
With
and-
a broken
So did the
sword.
prequel come out after?
No, before.
before.
2012.
Which
Okay.
is the most annoying thing ever, because that shows me they had the technology to make something like that before they made Berserk, and for some
But
the
again,
actual show, and for some reason they just said, nah, that style was too good, we're gonna go with this dookie ass style that nobody's
It's
gonna
different
like.
though.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Shit look
were
like a fucking video game.
I know you watch them. I know you watch them as a show now, but those were 3 movies. So you are comparing movie animation to show animation.
And I'm here to tell you, movie animation only ups fight scene quality for the most part. Typical animation stays the same.
He's not.
I was about
wrong
to
there.
say what's crazy is like, bro, they 3D CG fucking most of it, bro. They couldn't have put more time into it. Like, you know how much time that shit probably saved them. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
and they
Even
did
with my
see
background in production, it's like,
right.
bro, you like
Well, yeah,
saving so much fucking time, bro.
And they did CG in the prequel. So we know they could do good
Yeah,
CG.
It's like, bro, just 3D animated better.
Yeah, just be better. I swear to goodness, Berserk in general, because the concept is such a great concept, like, that's the only kind of thing that saves this show, and I think the only reason people like the show is because the concept is phenomenal. It needs, like, a brotherhood, okay? It like
which if you recall, there is a friend. I was just kind of talking for Jamal, but there is a group of people that were originally trying to kind of do like a fan made thing. They ended up got slapped with hella copyrights, but they are trying to become like an actual studio. Studio Eclipse.
Yeah, that was the name of it.
which is a play on the Eclipse. Yeah, and they're trying to remake Berserk, which I hope they do a phenomenal job, because this show has so much promise, and it's just, for some reason, did not get the love it deserved.
We saw the trailer of what they tried to make, and then the trailer was amazing. I mean, they did a good job animating that. That's why I think a lot of people are trying to support and push for them to become a legitimate studio, so that way they can redo Berserk.
Right. Okay. Are you guys ready for my spiel?
Mm-hmm.
So, Blake, you might have to give. Like,
Yeah, I'll give some context.
We might have to basically tell Jamal. We might have to tell Jamal like what happens in the prequels. That way he.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
what's interesting is I almost felt like the. Okay, anyway, continue before I make this point.
Well, no, go ahead and make the point, so that way, because then
No,
I
I
can
can't make
explain
the point yet. I can't make the point yet because
Okay, so I guess background for the prequel. Okay, so basically, Griffith and Guts essentially become friends. I'm skipping a little bit there. Griffith and Guts essentially become friends. Guts becomes the only person that Griffith can like trust and is like his friend. Long story short, Guts goes out on his own. Griffith gets captured and tortured. Makes him essentially evil. Well, almost evil. Okay. And then he goes into this demon realm, right? And then, long story short, I'm skipping a lot of parts here, but he basically, he fucks Casca. Bleep that out. He fucks Casca in front of Guts. Which Casca was like Guts' girl. Is what they're at least trying to tell me. Okay. Cool. So, the thing is...
I got that part.
I love that you breezed past the part, too, that Griffith wiped out his entire fucking army.
Band of the Hawks,
to turn
he
into
sacrificed them all.
Everyone. Over 100 fucking people to become a demon god, basically. Part of the god hand.
Yeah.
Like... And Guts and Casca,
have the brand is because all of them receive the brand to become sacrifices. So they're the only two that basically, I guess you could say that. I guess the guy the skull mask with the horse, he essentially saves Casca and Guts.
Yeah.
From the Eclipse.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that makes sense, which kind of does tie into my point of like. You can watch the sequel without the prequel if you just put the shit together. Because I had already
you have to put it together. Yeah,
I had already pieced together like, oh, like Griffith like did this horrible thing to
Griffith.
This is why
bitch. Yes.
Wait,
and that's why she's so fucked up now, huh?
You didn't even see the two worst parts. Well, two worst parts. You didn't see the full thing with Casca. You also didn't know that Guts got his cheeks taken as a kid.
So did Griffith.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, Griffith gave his cheeks to
and
feed the band.
Also, he wasn't a kid.
He wasn't a kid, but
yes, Griffith willingly gave his cheeks to feed the Band of the Hawk. Guts got his cheeks taken as a kid because his dad sold them.
Damn, that's fucked up. See, and here's like where it goes full circle into what I was saying. I feel like this show had so much opportunity to explore such dark themes in a thoughtful and meaningful way. And I feel like at least the sequel failed to really do that by having these characters that you just don't really
give a
even
shit.
really
about.
fuck with
Yes.
at all. Yeah, and it feels like
Well, I
they
think
should have
it's
really stuck with the
because-
core of the story.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the
I
problem is
agree.
it's hard to like. I feel like after the prequel, like it almost is hard to continue because like what is Guts gonna do? Basically, that's like what they showed is kind of what all Guts had. Griffith basically was just in another dimension, and Guts couldn't get to him. So he was trying that whole time to find Griffith to kill him. That's what Guts was doing.
Well,
But
yeah,
it's like
I get that.
I understand the other characters like. They probably could have maybe kept. I will agree. They should have kept the amount of characters, like maybe down to just Isidoro and maybe Puck.
Well,
But then,
Yeah.
but then even Farnese does become kind of important because she ends up having to take care of Casca because Casca wants nothing to do with fucking Guts.
after he bit her
like,
titty, but
Yeah.
well, even before that, she was afraid of him.
yeah, fair. But also what I think, so if I could give my context of what I think they're trying to do, is I think they're trying to essentially build like a miniature Bane of the Hawk, if that makes sense.
They're trying to
like,
give
under
Guts more
like,
a character
his
beginning
team.
to trust people again.
Yeah.
But I think it's so that way Guts can like kind of heal a little bit and like kind of trust people.
Well,
again, I
and
think
and it's actually
Yeah,
important
I see that,
though.
but there's very little friction between him and having people join him. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is,
Like,
he
people
doesn't
just
care
kinda
about
tag
them.
along.
in the
Yeah, but
second
it's like,
yeah.
yeah,
But
I see what you're saying.
That
but
does
even
come
then, it's
important
like-
though. That does come really important. You didn't get to this part, Jamal, but it comes important with the armor that he gets, because if he gets
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
the
gets
Ber-
something
the
called
Berserk armor.
so he did see it,
Yeah.
yeah, and he
Did
gets
you see that?
consumed.
I
he
didn't
gets-
see it, but I do know about it. I read about it.
because he gets consumed by rage when he puts, when he dons
the
the
armor
Berserk armor, and then basically
Uh-huh.
though, I feel like the counter to that, as they kind of show, is like kind of
Yeah,
people
'cause
that
he-
can pull him out of it or that he cares for, because the one girl kind of goes in and gets him out of the rage mode, and basically that armor
Yeah.
will slowly kill him as
And
long as he's
actually
in the
turn him-
Berserk mode, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and and it'll actually if he wears it too long, and because what it does is like it digs like needles into his skin and he won't feel pain and stuff. But if he wears
Yeah.
it too long and basically becomes fused with the armor too long, then he'll essentially turn into the skeleton guy on the horse because that was his armor.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah, so
And that guy also just to level set too, everyone knows is like that guy is also the king that they talked about in the prequel.
Yes.
Yes.
You all know that, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
we all I clocked that. So yeah, so I think that's kind of what they're doing is, but it's interesting though. I do find it interesting, and I'll get into my spiel in a minute. But it's interesting that the skeleton guy said keep the people you care about down to one, and Guts
Down to one,
just said
yeah.
no to that.
Well, no, I don't. Again, I think,
apparently.
but that's to Jamal's point where Jamal's saying like he don't really give a fuck about them. He don't. He still only cares about Casca. Like,
Yes.
But I feel like
do believe-
but he's starting to, because you could see it with the magic
you
girl.
can see it.
kind
yeah.
of. But I'm saying I think again, worst comes to worst. Like, if he had to choose one of them over Casca, he's choosing Casca.
Well, I mean, that's obvious,
like,
but that doesn't mean he doesn't care about him.
Sorry, no, my fault.
I know. I'm just saying. I still think I think that's what I'm saying. I think
Go
the people he cared for.
Would
is
you
only
would you
one.
choose $1 billion or a fucking kick to the face? Which one?
Yeah.
It's like,
All right. I'm
All
gonna
right,
fuck
my
myself.
fault.
Blake, tell your spiel.
This is why I like Jamal, okay? Because, him and I are on the same wavelength, and he can help me combat. I'd have been arguing that point for 10 minutes. All right.
oh man.
So here's my spiel, okay? I kind of jot some notes down, but basically. So, going back to the prequel, so she sleeps with Guts, boom. Okay, then they save Griffith, and I'm talking about Casca here. She sleeps with Guts because she was lonely, in my opinion. She sleeps with Guts because she was lonely. Then they save Griffith, okay? And then she lets Griffith dry hump her and embraces him even. She wraps her arms around him. Yeah.
Because she feels bad for him.
No, she always
Because she
wanted.
feels
The thing is,
No,
wait, a little bit of context for Jamal. Casca basically always wanted Griffith. She always wanted him. She loved him, whatever. He gets captured and is being tortured. And then Guts shows back up. She probably ain't had none in like a couple years, right? So she basically...
She never got one from... Yeah, it was ever.
Okay,
that
well...
Because she never...
That make anybody pent up then. So then she does what she does with Guts, okay? Then they save Griffith. Griffith dry humps her. She embraces him. After that, though...
That's crazy.
That was out of pity,
okay,
though. If you would have seen...
Okay,
Griffith,
let me get my spiel. Let me get my spiel out. No, let me get my spiel out.
Oh, my God.
Because after that, right, after that, she's crying. She's crying, okay? And then when she sees Guts, she turns around. So she knows she did something wrong. Wait,
after the dry humping, she cried?
Yeah, she's crying, and then she turns around when Guts comes up, okay? Because she doesn't want to look at him, and then she tells Guts, you should leave, right? So that way you're Griffith's, because the whole thing is Guts left to be Griffith's equal. She tells him she should leave, but she can't go because she has to stay here with Griffith and take care of him, okay? That's already sus. My sus meter is high already. My sus meter is high already.
The state he is in.
Okay. Okay, and then we get to right.
But then Guts
she tells
said
Guts
he's
to
not
leave.
gonna leave.
Okay. Never breaking eye. Oh. Okay. Okay. So then
you got a whole list of shit.
Yeah. So then we get to the part where she's being defiled. Okay. By Griffith. Now. I wrote down, Griffith never breaks eye contact with Guts, which is absolutely insane. Okay, that's outrageous. But the nail in the coffin, the nail in the coffin, if you watch the prequel, and I might have to pull this up to prove my point, in the midst of them doing the dirty, Griffith goes to kiss her. She sticks her tongue out to French kiss him back. It's like 2 frames, but you can see her tongue clearly come out of her mouth and to kiss him back.
2 frames. He was watching back.
Yeah, he analyzed it.
I watched it back a couple times. So I
Jarvis enhanced.
That's crazy.
No, because I got to get to the bottom of this for my man's Guts, okay? Because then that happens. Sure, fucked up because she did not consent, but she kissed him back.
Right.
Okay, and then that happens, and then when you see in the show, she's terrified of Guts. Why? Because she knows she did something bad, and when she sees Griffith,
she doesn't remember.
No, she does. Primal instinct takes over. She knows she did something bad, and then when she sees Griffith, she runs to him. Okay, and like puts her hand on his thigh or something to that effect. I don't know what it was.
Nah.
Primally, she wants Griffith.
Wait.
So when she gets her memory back,
oh my God!
Okay,
you're onto something.
Thank you. No, Kyle, let Jamal talk. Let Jamal talk.
You are on to something because 100%. Every time that Griffith was popping on screen and Casca was there, she's like running straight towards his ass. And it's almost like, oh my God, like look at him.
Instinctually, she wants it. When she gets her memory back, she's gonna go to Griffith. That's my hot take. When Casca gets her memory back, she will go back to Griffith.
I don't even feel like that's a hot take, to be honest. The
problem is
130%.
Yeah, so Guts. If I was Guts, I would burn the world. Okay, and Casca's first.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I don't care. I refuse to believe it because it's just too cruel. Even if you are right, even if I saw it with my own eyes, I would not believe it because that is just. It would be too fucked up. It'd be too cruel. I would never.
Kyle,
but the thing is, that's what this show is.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. Blake didn't say anything that was hidden. I hate to break it to you.
I won't believe it, bro. I won't believe it.
Obviously, I haven't seen the prequel, but like I said, I feel like a lot of the stuff in the sequel you can start to see or explain things by just putting things together. And I kind of noticed that she really wanted to run towards Griffith. But Gus was holding her back. And she's like, I don't fuck with you, bro.
Yeah.
I know, but that's so
That's
okay.
so
hold on.
interesting.
They're gonna have like. I don't know.
See, that's what I mean. Like this show had so many opportunities to really explore some of these thoughts and some of these ideas, and they're like, let's fucking waste our time with Nina.
Right.
But here, I mean,
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I think okay, but to your point, I think it actually does explore those things, even with some of the other bullshit. I do think it ultimately does still. To me, because to me, I still do get all of this stuff. Okay, another thing on based on.
Okay.
Go ahead, Blake. If you have something real quick, and then I want to add on
No,
something.
well,
based on what you were
I
saying.
pulled up the clip.
Oh,
Can we
Don't
even
show
see
don't show this clip. Don't show this clip. But
All right, I'm not about to show it. All right.
okay,
let me go
I'll
ahead and-
full screen it for you.
Oh my! No, we're going
And
back
he's wearing
here,
some different
man.
armor.
Well, that's his demon armor.
Hey, stop.
is-
Okay, I see.
Okay, well I'll zoom
I
in.
see it.
So
I see
he's
it. I see
he's
it.
no wait no not even yet.
Her tongue was out there, dude.
I know it was, but
wasn't
watch,
out.
but
This is where Guts loses his eye tragically.
look at that tongue. The tongue is look.
It's not out.
Yes,
It
it is,
is,
dude.
It's right there. You can see
It's
the
out.
color change. You can
It's
see the
out.
color change. Yeah,
it's
look
out.
at that.
I'm
Look
about
at
to say,
that.
there ain't no way
She's
you're missing
kissing
that.
him back. She's kissing him back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that is the nail in the coffin. Okay, yes, what he did was despicable. I'm not denying that. Don't anyone get that twisted. She's kissing him back there,
This
dude.
show is so twisted. Okay, so here's what my
Look at
thesis
that.
is. Okay, I think I have a thesis. I think Blake. I think you're right, and I think the
fucking
reason. I think that she definitely was really into Griffith, but
No, she definitely.
obvious-
she definitely is.
but
Like,
what-
even in the like.
But
hold up.
But had to stay loyal to Guts. You know what I'm saying? And so.
Well, no, she. But the thing is, she didn't though. So like, the yes.
Well, she
to
did though.
Okay.
Well,
no,
because
no,
like this is by force, right?
Point,
Assuming all context, this is forceful.
This
right?
was-
this is a
it-
forceful taken.
It was
that
original.
horrible?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
But you only
But
slept with
before
Guts
thi- but
once,
before
okay?
this, I know,
and
yes, because before this, she basically her whole life, because Griffith saved her from being raped originally.
I know.
Or raped,
Casca's
my fault.
Just twisted, by
she
the
been-
way.
she been-
Because
yeah.
he did the
Yeah,
exact
so
same
she
thing
was-
to her that he saved
Yeah.
her from.
But the thing is,
Well,
ever
did
since then, she's been with the Band of the Hawk or whatever, and she has basically idolized Griffith. And yeah, she wanted to be like her. She loved him, wanted to be, loved by him, and he never gave her the time of day attention. And he actually gave most of his attention to Guts
because he was a little bit flamboyant.
in a weird way.
Not in a weird way.
No, he's just a little sus.
And right. And anyway, so then once Griffith gets out of the picture, Guts is kind of like, there to console her because she's been leading the Band of the Hawk, on Griffith's
That's
absence
what I'm
essentially. But the thing is they also did cultivate their own relationship though. So I
Barely.
don't think that Casca didn't. No, through different
Not
things.
a
When he saved
strong
her from the
enough
100
one.
people, thought. Nah, okay, maybe not a strong enough one.
Because
I'll
even the
admit
100
that,
people
but-
thing, God straight up said, "Go back to your sheath. You belong at
I
Griffith's
know, but the
side."
thing is, okay,
and
but the
she
thing
ran.
is, the thing is, they both. I know, but they both had a weird
See,
thing
this
with
animation
Guts,
looks
or
great.
with Griffith.
It is.
They both had a weird thing with Griffith. She wanted to be his lover in the nighttime, and he wanted to be his equal. So they had a mutual
Well,
understanding, which is
they
why
might
they
have-
came together.
They might have
over
both.
their-
They might have both want to be his lover, which was the part I was
No,
going to bring
they
up
did
here.
not. They
This
did not.
no,
They did
okay.
not.
There was
That's
no,
gay. No,
no.
Guts is not gay.
No.
You said
I
that's
will
gay.
not
He
hear
might
that.
be No, no.
gay.
I will
No, no.
not hear
He
that.
might
Wait,
be
hold
gay.
up, Cal. There's
I mean,
because
go
the
ahead.
reason I say what I say is there was no
I just
need.
hate-
There was no need for this prompt right here. Let's watch a little bit. Hopefully we don't get demonetized. There was no need for this. Oh, sorry, I don't know where it's at, but it's somewhere in here.
Yeah, we all know, but there's nothing to do.
No, I don't
This
know.
is
Jamal
just
doesn't
him.
know. Jamal doesn't know. I need.
I don't know.
I need.
Right, it's right there.
Wait, what?
No.
No, it wasn't. It's
Well, the way he said that. Hold on.
it's when he draws his sword. It's when he draws his sword. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
There was no need for this.
Oh, God.
Okay. There was no prompt for that. That was unprompted. Okay, to say my sword or my ass. What are we talking about?
Well, no,
Those are
because
the
if
two
you
options.
rewind
It
it
was-
a little bit further than that,
Yeah.
there's something that Griffith said, and
There's
Guts
something that
commented
said
like,
that
"Oh,
made it sus."
you're that way."
Yeah.
Well, he
You're
said
that way. Like you swing that. No, yeah, he insinuated that Griffith swung that way. So then, yeah, when he said that, it was prompted because he's like, yeah, if you want to
No.
do that, you already were freaky towards me.
He
so,
is-
And
Griffith
also,
is
you gotta
king
remember,
freak, by
and you
the
gotta
way.
remember too, and that
Yeah,
Guts
I would-
doesn't believe even when he's injured that he was going to lose that fight.
I
right,
see.
and Guts
Okay.
and Griffith is actually a freak ass.
Oh, no, yeah, he's
because
king freak.
He
He's
already
king
gave
freak.
his cheeks. So that's what I'm saying. So like Guts didn't say that because he was being a freak. Guts
Nah,
said that
dude.
because he could smell the freak on him.
Nah,
the
dude.
fucking
You might-
bitch he is.
Kyle's cooking. I think
Nah,
Kyle's
but-
right.
okay, sure.
But I do think.
But I would
yeah,
never
wouldn't-
offer it up. Okay, you could just
would-
like
yeah,
leave it
I don't
at
think
put
I
a
would
hole
do
in
that.
my
No,
chest.
that-
I
leave
definitely
it.
would
Put,
not do that.
But that,
You
that
could
was
put a
just
hole
Guts
in-
being
chance I'm doing that.
overconfident.
you could put a
that was
hole in
just
my
Guts being-
chest. You
Hey,
can't
it don't
have
matter
my
how
cheeks.
confident I am. You cannot have them. No matter how.
That was just
what,
not
what
happening.
circumstances.
I think that was just to show Guts' level of confidence. man.
Well,
Yeah.
there's no level
Shit.
of confidence where I'm offering up my cheeks. I promise you that. I,
I swear to God, I
promise
could
you.
be 100% certain. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
If someone
100%
asked me,
certain nothing going to happen to my cheeks in that, because even if you win that fight, I'm out of here. Fuck you. No,
No,
Yeah, I'm
no
just
honor
not
amongst
taking my
thieves.
cheeks.
dude, if somebody asked me if the sun was gonna rise tomorrow, I still wouldn't offer my cheeks. Okay, I
Yeah.
promise you. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, because I mean, hey,
I
'cause
don't
that'd be the
care.
Arizona.
Could be
that'd
betting
be
with
the
my
Arizona
black
Eclipse.
starfish.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah,
almost
that'd
made
be
me
the
spit my root beer at my fucking computer screen.
that'd be the fucking day that the sun gave up on me and just said, "Nah, I'm not rising today. Fuck you." Nah, dude, absolutely
Oh,
not.
man.
So,
Okay. But going back a little bit, so something that I clocked watching the 2016 that I did not clock the first time. So obviously, Griffith, took Casca's cheeks. But so if you guys remember, during all of season 1, there was like this little fucking thing that kept protecting her. It was like this little
Yeah.
baby thing.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the egg, that fucking egg thing, that is her and Griffith's child that becomes Griffith's mortal body and how he gets resurrected.
How did you
like
surmise that? How did you surmise that?
Oh.
How did I surmise that?
Yeah, because they don't say that.
Because they don't say it. I just kind of picked up on. It's
implied.
a little bit of a guess, but it makes a lot of sense because it's this child that keeps protecting her, and then the guy calls it like a baby with no name, blah, 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 and then it becomes Griffith's body. So like I think Griffith essentially, I don't know if he knew it or whatever, but I'm pretty sure that was basically her and Griffith's kid.
I mean, it makes
But
sense.
otherwise, why would this random thing just be protecting her? And they said it was and then that egg thing called it a baby, and like some of the stuff that stupid egg thing kind of said about it, I was like, bro,
That's
I'm pretty
how,
sure
That's
that
how
makes sense.
Griffith bridged the gap to come to like
to come that
It does
yeah.
make sense because he did not pull out. The pullout game was not strong with him.
Damn, they showed
he-
that too?
Yes,
They did.
they showed everything.
They
dude.
showed
They
it. They showed it running
everything.
down her leg, bro. They showed it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Damn. That
They
see that
did,
shit.
bro.
That's
They
that's
did.
crazy.
It was foul.
No,
Griffith is
that
a
is
bitch,
foul.
bro. I want that motherfucker dead. I want him
Okay.
as dead as Guts wants
Yeah,
him
see,
dead.
that's fucked up. And I know, and the show didn't end with that nigga dying, did it?
No.
No, absolutely
Fuck
not.
no.
Yeah, see, all right, see, that might take this show from a 3 to a fucking 1. Okay.
Well, that's
Agreed.
why it pissed me off that
100%
they
agreed.
didn't finish it.
That's
They-
why
Are
I'm
you
sa-
serious?
That's why I'm sad you didn't finish, Jamal. Cause pause.
What?
Oh my god. He said I ain't get my nut off.
yeah,
That's crazy.
you said.
Oh,
No, that's wild.
Bro,
No, I was gonna
bro,
say
add
so.
words, bro. Add words.
I was one word off. Okay, I need to say finish it. It. I missed the it. Okay. Dude, I can't recover. But
Yeah,
okay,
nah, so-
that's what. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Jamal.
Yeah, because if I would have finished it, then I would have really got to feel the weight of them not
Yeah.
coming to some sort
Continue.
of conclusion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or continuing. Yeah. That's some bullshit, man.
Oh, it is.
Well,
that's that's pretty terrible.
For Jamal, for your context too, where they actually fit, like they actually end the show, is them saying, yeah, they're going to go to Puck's homeland, where Casca can get her memories back.
Yeah.
That's where they end it.
Yup.
Oh
They're
wow.
they're like across.
Oh, wow.
They're like across the sea from it. They're like right there, getting ready to cross the sea to go get her memories back, and then they're just like they end there. Like
Yeah, that's
what?
the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
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 It's a 0 nah. That's where they ended it?
Yeah, that's where they ended it. They really were banking on
Oh
that
my
season
God.
3, and that season 3 did not come through.
I'm so surprised that there's not been. Well, I guess I'm not surprised that there hasn't been any fun. And I just feel like the story was just a little sloppy, like in the sequel. I feel like that's what
yeah.
killed it. If it would have been more streamlined, if it would have put some more into Guts and his relationship with Griffith and Kuska. How the fuck you pronounce his name?
Casca.
Casca. One of them vowels. Anyway, I feel like it would I feel like this show would have had a lot more conviction behind it, and it would have made me care about Guts a lot more. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
Yeah.
you can't win them all, I guess.
I think if you would have watched, I mean, and I know whatever there was a mix-up, but if you would have watched, but you would have cared about Casca and Guts a lot more, like during the 2016 one. I think it would have carried like it would be
If I would've
interesting to
watched the
maybe
prequel.
like it may be interesting to even like revisit this one day or something like
I mean the prequel looked good. I would watch the prequel
Yeah.
probably.
Prequel's great.
Yeah, you gotta
if you,
watch the
like-
prequel because again, especially the end is very fucked up. But outside that one really fucked up moment, there's a lot of good, like amazing work that they put in that last bit
Well,
of
yeah.
that show.
Because you also realize, this is the other thing too that always pissed me off, is you realize the type of man that Griffith is in the prequel. And
Right.
it's just nobody ever does anything about it because he literally says that none of the Band of the Hawk are his friends.
friends.
They're
And that's
essentially
why-
Crazy.
they're essentially just stepping stones for his goal. And Guts and Casca hear this, do nothing with that information, by the way.
Oh.
And then they all get murked by Griffith. Shocker.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Speaking of, okay, I have a hot take, and this is something that Blake and I talked about before, so I'm gonna give a little context. So, again, the big reason, it's Griffith's whole dream, right, is to become king of like a nation, to have have a kingdom, and then Griffith says something to Guts that essentially is like, yeah, nobody in the Band of the Hawk is my friend. For them to be for somebody to be a true friend to me, they'd have to have their own dream, even if it defies what I want, and yada yada yada. So that's why Guts ends up leaving the Band of the Hawk. Then that is the then because of that like breaks Griffith's psyche, and then he ends up going and fucking the king's daughter, and then the king finds out,
And the
that's
king
why
and the
he
king
ends up-
wanted to sleep with his
King
own
wanted to
daughter.
fuck his own daughter. and which was crazy. And
This show just throws in random fucked up
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, it does. And
right.
it was unnecessary, I feel like. But anyhow,
Yeah.
No, what they did as punishment
so then
to Griffith for that was unnecessary.
right, Griffith gets tortured. They basically
They
like peel the skin out of his face. They
skinned him.
cut his tongue out. They skinned him. They severed all the wrists in his hands and his legs. They cut his tongue out. All this other stuff, craziness. And then, anyways, but so all of that to say, one of Blake and I talked about this before when he first watched it, and he was saying that like it was basically all Guts' fault.
What?
No, it was like Guts leaving it was like his fault that Griffith kind of turned away from his dream.
I think you guys
no.
said that wrong, Kyle. Because I'm pretty sure that you
Did you
said
say that?
Well, also,
No, I didn't say that.
well, also, no matter what, that's not why Griffith turned away from his dream. Guts in general was why Griffith turned away from his dream.
But I think that is bullshit. I mean, like,
Wait,
okay,
I thought
even
Guts
if
was.
it's
Oh,
Huh?
sorry. Continue. No, never mind. Continue.
no, it's okay. Even if that is true, Griffith was such a whiny bitch that he basically fucked his whole own shit up because Guts left after he sat there and said he didn't care about any of the Band of the Hawk. It's like, bro.
But okay, two things about that because he I don't think he did. But imagine if the love of your life left you. That's how Griffith viewed Guts. I'm telling you what. That's how he viewed
No,
him.
but he didn't even
shit.
view him as an actual equal of friend. He just viewed him as somebody he could use, like he could just 100% rely on. I don't know, like it was so weird. Also, like I do feel like the whole show could have been avoided by them having just a simple conversation of Gus just saying the reason he wanted to leave. Am I right or wrong?
Oh,
No,
definitely.
because,
But
Like
that
well,
when they
I
were
don't.
leaving in the snow, if he would have just said the reason he wanted to leave was I want to go. I heard what you said. I want to be your equal. I want to go find a dream of my own. Like, would that have been so hard to
Griffith
say?
wouldn't have listened to that. Because Griffith viewed everyone in the Band of the Hawk as his property. He would not let anyone
Yeah,
leave
he's a
without
fucking
him saying that.
narcissist.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the conversation
He's
wouldn't
like
have
Kira,
helped.
basically.
Well, the real okay, and actually
Jesus.
actually, you want to know the real thing that broke his psyche? By the way, it wasn't even Guts leaving. It was
was.
actually losing to Gut. No, it
Yes.
was losing to
Losing
Gut.
to
no, it was Guts leaving. It was Guts leaving. 100% it was Guts leaving. You guys are wrong.
Nah.
No, it was Guts. It was Guts leaving.
I think it was the fact. Well, it was, but it was the
It was
fact that
g-
it was also
no.
the fact that he lost. He
No.
prided himself on not being able to lose.
No, it was because Guts left. 100%. 100%. It was not because he lost to Guts. I mean, they're kind of in tandem because the only reason Guts left was because he lost to Griffith, or that
lost.
Griffith lost. So I mean, they're same, but different, but still same, So it basically, I think it's because Guts left, and he wanted. Guts was his equal. He just. Okay, to be fair,
He just
I
couldn't
think
say it.
no, I think
guess.
Griffith is one of those people, like, what he actually valued was he wanted someone that was as strong as him. Not someone that necessarily had their own dream, someone that was as strong as him. That's what I
But
think
that's not
Griffith
what he-
actually
but that's not
wants.
what he.
That's
I
not
know,
what he
but the thing
said,
is-
but that's what he
I know,
actually
but-
wanted.
Okay, but the thing is that the thing that was so fucked up, right, is Guts thought they were friends. This is the thing that's fucked up. Guts thought they were friends to the point where when Griffith asked him to go kill the king's brother, he did. And not only did he kill his brother, but he killed that guy's son as well, like young son.
Yeah.
And then he goes to tell Griffith this news, and then Griffith's like, yeah, none of the people in the Band of the Hawk are my friends. The only people that can be my equal is somebody that has their own dream and doesn't follow under me.
Okay.
And so, like, yeah, what the fuck is Guts gonna do?
No,
Like,
but-
that's bullshit.
Here's the other thing, too, though, that
He
I
could've
don't
put
think
a-
gets taken into account. Griffith was, to a degree, he could have been just saying that because he was
spitting
macking on the
game.
kings.
He was
Yeah, he was
spitting
literally
game-
spitting game to
to
the
the girls.
princess. So that you
Yeah,
can't overhear
that's
somebody
kinda true,
spitting
too.
game and then take that as gospel, okay? Because everybody says some shit while they're spitting game, okay? Like-
he's trying to get
Nah,
he's trying
you
to he's
don't
trying to
say
riz
that.
He's
Just
trying to.
saying
He's trying to.
whatever.
Yeah, he's trying to
He's trying
riz
to
her up.
riz
He's
her
trying to
up.
think of what the
That's
most
the
aura
wrong
thing he could possibly say is.
And he did have aura when he said
He
it. I'll
did.
admit that.
He did. He had the moon at his back and was spitting the cleanest game you ever heard. And Guts said, "Oh, all right,
no.
then I see
And
where
she
we
wa-
stand."
Nah.
But she was also eating that shit up. too,
She,
bro.
oh, dude,
was-
num 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 num.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
she didn't.
bullshit.
She
You
didn't
don't
leave a
sell your
crumb.
boys out because you're trying to spit riz. Like, no, you get negative aura
Bro,
for
the
that.
boy. Okay, hold
Brent,
on.
don't-
The boys might.
Don't fuck with
No,
me,
Boys
dude.
might. Yeah. Actually,
Brent
yeah.
is
Don't fuck with
right.
me.
Brent's right.
Thank
He's
you.
Right. Brent is right.
Brent would sell
He's
me
right.
out for a ham sandwich if he could get a girl. What are you talking about?
Kyle, I don't ever have to do that to
Brent,
you, so
would
don't
you do
worry
that,
about
bro?
No. I've never once
He's gonna
done
say
that.
no. He has to say no. No, I'm kidding. No, okay, but
you
here's the
too.
thing, though.
Obligated to.
Here's the thing, though. He said in general, the Band of the Hawk. I mean, Guts, you're obviously different. You're obviously like that. I don't know.
But more than
no,
that,
you
but more than that,
Like,
he
I
did-
could-
okay, no, but even more than that, Guts even did realize, even separate from maybe he wasn't talking about Guts specifically. Even then, Guts actually realized that he had no like. He realized that everybody in the Band of the Hawk, even though they were following Griffith, still had a dream that they were
Except
chasing
him.
within the Band of the Hawk, except for him. That's what I'm saying. So even a little bit minus whether he was talking about Guts or not, it still was the catalyst that made Guts realize that he had nothing he was fighting for. He just fought because that's all he knew how to do.
So
Like, that's all he was taught.
And funny enough, so what actually happened, I'm going to summarize Berserk in a couple of words here. Guts stumbled in while someone was spitting game, realized that he had nothing going for him, left, and then fucked up the whole thing. So really, Berserk is Guts' fault.
No. You are not putting that on my man, Guts.
And
bro.
Griffith
You're
is
not, bro.
Griffith is the
trolling.
victim here.
Oh, fuck! No, you did not just say that.
You super
You
trolling.
did not
say
just
that,
say
bro.
that,
You did
bro.
not say that.
You trolling hard. Right, he ready.
Bro.
He trolling.
He rage baiting the whole Berserk
There's
community,
no
though,
way
because,
that man
I
is
may
the
be
victim
clip
after
farming, but-
sacrificing all of his fucking members of the group and then doing what he did to Casca in front of Guts, eye to eye. Ain't no way that motherfucker is a victim. Ain't no fucking way.
Two things.
Okay,
two
he
things.
was-
two
he
things about
was
that.
Yeah.
He
Two-
was
Go ahead.
a
I'll clip
victim,
it, bro.
but
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll clip it.
Two things about what Brent said. Casca, hey, there's evidence to support that she's gonna go back to him. So
Agreed. I don't disagree with that.
it is what it is. Okay, and then the second thing is Guts knew the type of man he was, and he didn't tell nobody. So really, again, Guts' fault. To be honest with you, he didn't alert nobody to what Griffith said.
What do you mean?
He could have been like, "Hey man, did you just, look, Griffith just said he don't give a fuck about none of us because we're not his equals."
And do you think
and then
anyone
Casca
else in the
heard it
Band of the
too.
Hawk would have gave a shit?
No, they wouldn't have. They all idolized
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
far
Okay.
too much.
Exactly. They didn't be like, you
Bro,
lying.
that,
They-
But is
no,
that
the-
Griff-
you
but
know
is that
what- you know what-
Griffith's
no, you know
fault?
what the-
I told
you know what
y'all.
the real problem is? You know what the real problem is the people of the Band of the Hawk were all too hard meat riders
Oh,
for
yeah.
Griffith, bro.
Yeah,
They were 100%
The
meat
whole
riders. Dude,
fucking
this
country
man-
was.
I know, and they're still meat riders. So Griffith, he can get fucked, bro. I wish he would get tortured like he did again and then killed by Guts. That man needs to die
Dude,
immediately.
When he got tortured the first time, I was like, damn, that's really horrible. And then after what he
That's
did,
really fucked
I was
up.
like, man, they should have done way worse to him. What the fuck? You guys were being gentle with this motherfucker. Dude, you gotta get creative with your torturing, man. This man deserved way
That's
worse
crazy.
than what the fuck he got.
I swear. Y'all talking about the prequel, the Memorial Edition, is pissing me off. And the only reason why is because I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off. Fuck Griffith. I feel like if I watch it, I'm gonna be even more pissed off.
Bro,
Dude,
yeah, you need, like I said, well, I don't know what we need to do. If we're gonna do like, we need to do like another like little mini arc or something. It's like,
Man.
Jamal, watch the prequel, because I think I would just like to like get your reaction off of that. Like that is gonna be insane.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Anyway.
If this is a good spot to wrap up, then maybe I'll ask the comments if that's what they want to see. If you guys want to see another one of these where Jamal reacts to the Golden Age arc, and tell us what you guys want to see in the next one. And as always, guys, don't forget to subscribe.